Are you still doing the Roadster
Yes.
eventually?
We're getting close to demonstrating the prototype.
Hi everyone, JJ here. Welcome back. Well, that's about as close as Joe Rogan ever gets to criticizing Elon Musk. Eventually, the Roadster, what he should have said is that it's looking like Vaporware at this point, isn't it? It's been 7.5 years or more. Didn't they take $250 million or around that? Correct me if I'm wrong there. In pre-orders, people put money down and waited. I recently did a video about Marques Brownlee getting a refund on that after waiting for that long. Elon also talks about the Cybertruck here. He's pretty proud of it, but it's been a commercial fail. And again, Joe Rogan on this biggest podcast in the world does not push back against his friend Elon. He doesn't ask any tough questions. And of course, Elon doesn't go on any shows that would push back at all. And he gets angry when actual proper journalists ask difficult questions like this. So I'm going to critique what Elon says. I mean, I've already done one video like this, but there's so much. It's like a 3-hour podcast. I could go through every second of this and critique all of the BS that Elon says. I'm not going to do that. And Joe wouldn't like it. He'd demonetize it and the money would go to him. That's what happens when people do that on YouTube in particular. But I'm going to react to some of it because it needs to be reacted to, I think, especially on this Vaporware Roadster and the Cybertruck, which has been a commercial failure. By the way, before we get into it, you'll notice that a new name, the John Johnston Lounge. I'm going to change the name of the show. This name that it is now goes way back to the beginning. It was about something else to begin with. It's changed quite a lot since then. So I'm changing the name. I'm giving about a week's notice or so, but the logo's up there for now. But look out for that change in your feed.
And I think this will be... one thing I can guarantee is that this product demo will be unforgettable. Unforgettable.
Hold on a minute. Didn't he already do a product demo or an unveil way back 7.5 years ago that people have been waiting for? Is this going to be like we're going to do another demo and you're going to wait another 7.5 years? I don't know.
Whether it's good or bad, it will be unforgettable.
Can you say more? What do you mean?
Well, my friend Peter Thiel, once reflected that the future was supposed to have flying cars, but we don't have flying cars.
I think that was in Peter Thiel's book, 0 to 1, where he's talking about entrepreneurship and starting companies.
So you're going to be able to fly?
Well, I think if Peter wants a flying car, he should be able to buy one.
So are you actively considering making an electric flying car? Is this like a real thing?
Well, we have to see in the
demo.
Yeah.
So when you do this, like, are you going to have a retractable wing? Like, what is the idea behind this? Don't be sly. Come on.
Well, I can't do the unveil before the unveil.
Okay, this sounds like a lot of BS to me. BS and hype. I mean, what could it be? Practically, what could actually work on the roads? Is it going to have some gimmick on it that really you can't do on the roads? It's just like, maybe it jumps up, or if you're going fast, it sort of jumps over. But I've seen that. I think there is a kind of supercar that does that, a Chinese car. BYD has already come out with a car that they've actually produced, a sort of supercar, a sports car. So Elon kind of has to up the ante because he's taken so long to make this thing and it's not made. So the specs have to keep going up and up. And he promised a lot back in the beginning there, including the battery, where I think that Thunderfoot has pointed out if he actually put the battery into the car that he said back then, the battery would be bigger than the car, which is probably a good reason why they haven't produced it yet. And now he's promising, a flying car. I mean, come on, it would have to be super different if it was going to be a flying car. There are sort of flying car type things around, but it's also going to be a fast sports car, right? So it wouldn't be allowed on the road. So this is just like hype and BS. But yes, I run the risk of hyping it more just by criticizing, talking about it, calling it out. But a lot of eyes will be on this. And he does say that it's going to happen soon. Listen to what he says about the timeline. And his timelines, of course, have been way wrong. His predictions on timelines from spaceships going to Mars, even getting to orbit, have been way wrong. And FSD, full self-driving, has been saying since really 2016, 2017, that full self-driving autonomy is just going to be months away. So why would anybody believe him at this point? Although Joe does, because he believes anything. He seems to be so gullible when it comes to the tech billionaires just swallowing any BS that they actually say, saying, wow, tell me more, a flying car, wow.
But
Tell me off air then.
I think it has a shot at being the most memorable product unveil ever. It has a shot.
And when do you plan on doing this? What's the goal?
Hopefully before the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Before the end of this year? This is, we're...
like in a couple months. Hopefully in a couple months.
So why would Joe believe him? He knows the history of Elon promising stuff and not coming up with it. Why does he not push back at all? Because he wants Elon on the show, right? And he's in Austin. They're both there. So he wants to be friends with these tech billionaires. Not the slightest pushback at all, saying, well, you've said things before that haven't come true. It's been years and years. Why doesn't he just even say that? He doesn't have any pushback whatsoever.
We need to make sure that it works.
It's only been 7.5 years. We need to make sure that it works.
This is some crazy, crazy technology we got in this car. Crazy technology. Crazy, crazy.
So different than what was previously announced and...
Yes.
And is that why you haven't released it yet? Because you keep fucking with it?
That's about as critical as Joe would ever get. Why haven't you released it? Or is that why you haven't released it yet? It's just been so long. Imagine if any other company had announced a product 7.5 to 8 years ago and hadn't released it yet and got people to pay for it, put money down on it. Shouldn't we say it's vaporware at this point? It's been vaporware for a long time. It's the very definition of it. I feel safe in saying that until they come up with it, and he hasn't come up with it yet. He said that it will be by the end of the year, probably, but his timelines, the timeline of 7.5 years, he basically said he's on video saying that we're making this now back then. When's it going to be? We're making this now. And 7.5 years later, it's vaporware.
It has crazy technology.
Okay.
Is it even a car? I'm not sure. It's
not yet.
It looks like a car. Let's just put it this way. It's crazier than anything James Bond. If you took all the James Bond cars and combined them, it's crazier than that.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think of
Is it
that
even a
because
car? I don't know.
it's a limited amount of information I'm drawing from here. Jamie's very suspicious over there. Look at him.
Jamie, his puppet, is very suspicious. Joe's not suspicious. He can't say, I'm suspicious of this, but Jamie is.
I'm interested. It's still going to be the same.
Well, you know what? If you want to come a little before the unveil, I can show it to you.
100%.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Like Tesla's focus is autonomous cars. Building kind of futuristic autonomous cars. So.
Million robo-taxis on the road by 2020. Another timeline that was way off, and they still haven't got there yet. The safety drivers in the cars. He said that there won't be safety drivers in the cars in Austin. I think he said, oh yeah, by the end of the year. Didn't he say that? So as Joe said, we're coming up on that. Not far to go. Let's see that too.
I think we want the future to look like the future. Did you see our designs for the sort of the robotic bus.
No.
It looks pretty cool.
The robotic bus? So
Yeah,
it's being totally autonomous.
We need to actually figure out the good name for it. Like I think we call it the Robus, or there's no good. There's like
Yeah, when he was at the We Robot event, he called it the Robovan, and everybody's like, "What? The Robovan? What?" What he meant was Robovan. He didn't say Robovan though, and everybody was like, "What?" It just seemed ridiculous, and now he's changed the name again. He doesn't seem to be very confident in that either. And this thing is kind of retro. He says it's futuristic, but futuristic retro, and Joe does recognize where the look of it comes from.
what do you call this thing? But it looks cool. It's very Art Deco. It's like futuristic Art Deco.
Oh, that's what it looks like?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. That's like... what
Like
is
you'd
it?
want to see that going down the road, you know?
Yeah.
Going down the road. So look at that. One thing that people have pointed out is it's hardly any clearance between it and the ground. So any bumps at all, it's going to be difficult. Like it seems like a concept that in reality wouldn't be like this. Well, to be fair, any car company comes out with concepts, and once it gets to the production model, it's way different. So this thing might not look like this, but it's kind of more of a mini bus than a van. The Robo mini bus.
Okay, we're in the future, you know? It doesn't look like 2015.
What is that ancient science fiction movie? Like one of the first science fiction movies ever. Is it Metropolis? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does look like that, what was in Metropolis, the kind of things. And that was 1927, I think, that movie first came out around there. So it's like the 100 years later. It looks like retro future from 100 years ago.
Looks like it belongs in Metropolis.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like it. I kind of actually do like the design there. I kind of like Art Deco, but does look like it's straight out of that movie.
It's a futuristic Art Deco.
Yeah, well, that's cool that you're concentrating on the aesthetic. I mean, that's kind of the whole deal with Cybertruck, right? Like, it didn't have to look like that.
No, I just wanted to have something that looked really different.
Is it a pain in the ass for people to get it insured because it's all solid steel and...
I hope it's not too much. Tesla does offer insurance, so people can always get it insured at Tesla.
Basically, he doesn't know and he doesn't care the difficulty of getting this thing insured. And of course, it's not able to be road safe in many countries, which is why you're not seeing it in other countries. The US doesn't seem to care. This solid block of stainless steel, right? And he does explain why it doesn't have curves. What I wonder here is the engineers at Tesla, did they try and talk him out of it? He's known to fire people, go into demon mode and fire people, and so got a lot of yes people around him, no doubt. And so a lot of engineers will be like, this is going to be really hard and really costly to make. Elon, are you sure you want to do this? And that's how it's worked out. And they're not selling many at all. They were going to go for, I think it was more like 250,000 at the beginning, and I've noticed in their releases it's been around 150,000, but I think they'll be lucky to sell about 30,000, 25 to 30,000 of them in the year. And if you notice that SpaceX is buying them, I've seen images of loads of them going to SpaceX, ones that they manufacture but can't sell, perhaps.
Well, but it is the form does follow function in the case of the Cybertruck because, as you demonstrated with your armor-piercing arrow,
so that was in about maybe a year or two ago, where they shot an arrow into the Cybertruck, didn't go and bounced off, and people have been shooting it. So it's this hype about it being built for the apocalypse, which Elon talks about here.
If you shot that arrow at a regular truck,
it would go right through it.
Yeah, exactly. You would have found your arrow in the wall.
Yeah.
It would have gone
at the very
through.
least, it would have buried into one of the seats.
Yeah. It's but like you could definitely get enough of a bow velocity and the right arrow would go through both doors of a regular truck and land on the wall.
Yeah. If there was a clear shot between both doors, it probably would have passed right through.
Exactly. Yeah. But the arrow shattered on the Cybertruck because it's ultra hard stainless.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it'd be cool to have a truck that is bulletproof to a subsonic projectile. Especially in this day and age, like if the apocalypse happens, you're going to want to have a bulletproof.
I wonder if he's serious here, because a lot of these tech billionaires are thinking about and actively building kind of apocalypse bunkers. You know, he talked about Peter Thiel. And I thought about that, and supposedly trying to build that kind of bunker kind of thing. And Mark Zuckerberg, of course, there's been publicity about what he was building, and you know, and a lot of these billionaires do think that it's possible that it could happen. Maybe if society collapses and you know people come after them, that's probably why they're so afraid of Mamdani and you know socialism, and that pitchforks and torches will come after them. Perhaps it's more that the apocalypse is like that, right? And so Elon can get into a Cybertruck and be safe there. I don't know, but it's sort of a apocalypse fantasy, but also supposedly being very optimistic about the future. I mean, which is it?
So then because it's made of ultra hot stainless, you can't just stamp the panels. Like you can't just put it in a stamping press because it breaks the press. So in order to actually, so it has to be planar because it's so difficult to bend. Because it breaks the machine that bends it.
So this is where I think that probably engineers at Tesla are going, do you really want to do this? I mean, it's going to be so difficult to do this. Why we probably shouldn't do this if you're concerned about costs and efficiency and all that, which Elon supposedly is.
That's why it's so planar, and it's not it's because it's bulletproof steel.
Right. So it is like boxy as opposed to like curved and.
Yeah, but the Cybertruck is made of ultra hard stainless, and so you can't stamp it because it would break the stamping press. So it even bending it is hard. So
sounds like a great idea to make this thing, doesn't it?
To bend it to its current position, we have to way overbend it, and so it gets so that when it springs back, it's in the right position.
Okay, so that'll be why if you've seen videos online of people complaining about the misalignment of panels. When it was first produced, people were saying, you know, these panels are misaligned, and there were photos of that happening. And so it was obviously really difficult.
So it's, I don't know, like, I think if you want to, like, I think it's a unique aesthetic. And you say, well, what's cool about a truck? Trucks are like, should be, I don't know, manly. They should be macho. You know, and bulletproof is maximum macho. Quieres más macho.
Joe was kind of cracking up at that. He knows that they're not selling well, surely, and he's in Austin, so he's had probably quite a lot to do with that.
Are you married to that shape now? Like, can you do anything to change it?
meaning it's been a failure and nobody likes it, and that's again as close as he gets to criticism.
In the Cybertruck, we keep improving it, but I wanted to just do something that looked unique, and the Cybertruck looks unique and has unique functionality.
What is the tow limitations?
I mean, we could tow like a 747 in that.
So there've been videos online, of course. I'm sure you've seen them if you're following Tesla in the Cybertruck, of people testing the towing, treating it like a real truck as opposed to something that looks macho and is on the freeway. Towing stuff, actually, not just one thing, an easy test to show a demo like Elon does, but actual real stuff where things have come off it, like the bars come off it when they've actually treated it badly or tried to do it against a Ford 150, and it hasn't gone so well, even though in maybe Elon's test it's gone okay for show, for a video.
With the Cybertruck, the Cybertruck is an insanely it is alien technology. Okay.
And it's enormous. What does it weigh? Like 7,000 pounds?
Yeah. There's different configurations, but it's about that.
That's so much.
It's a beast.
Yeah.
It's so much. So let me know what you think of this. I mean, I've kind of made fun of it here, but these two things, the Roadster, the Vaporware Roadster, and there's no sign of it. Elon's saying there's going to be another demo. It's going to be amazing, whether really good or really bad, but it's got some technology, amazing technology. But is it just going to be a gimmick and we're going to have to wait another 5 years, or the people that have already paid for it? Maybe they'll take more orders for it and wait another another 5 years, I don't know. And then the Cybertruck, which is going down in numbers. People really just don't want it. Well, there are a few people out there who have. In terms of a product selling, it's turned out to be very niche, where Elon wanted it to be a mass market product, where he was just dreaming. And he had a lot to do with this. Of course, as I said, I'm sure there were designers and engineers who were like, hold on a minute, do you really want to do this? It's been a fail. It's been a commercial fail. So let me know what you think of this. Now, I'm going to put a related video down here below me. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Spotify, there'll be related links in the description. And also a subscribe link. Do subscribe. And as I said, I'm going to be changing the name of the show soon, probably in about a week, I think. I think a week's probably enough, so watch out for that too. And thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.